Hey, good evening. Psalm 59 this Sunday. Um, so I want to share with you this particular prayer of deliverance. David, again, is being chased. He's being sought after. He is being watched. Do you ever feel like you're being watched by the evil one? By evildoers? Or are people really lurking outside your doors, wondering if you're coming in or out? This is the way David felt. Saul had sent, this is according to the introduction to the psalm, that David felt that Saul had sent some people to watch whether he comes in or goes out. And he wants deliverance from this. He calls these people his enemies, evildoers. They're bloodthirsty. They're wicked traitors. He calls them, even at night, he calls them dogs. David pleads with God, I have done no wrong. Why is it that there are some people in this world, through some riots that have happened, they've done no wrong? It's as if they got punished. Their stores were destroyed. Their lives were taken. They did no wrong. Apparently they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And they would have the same kind of prayer David would. Deliver me from these evildoers. Deliver me, Lord, from this. David continues to pray, rouse yourself, O Lord, and show no mercy on these traitors. Look at this, what they spew from their lips. Apparently these people are pretty sharp with their words of defiance. Maybe they're sharp with words of hatred, or sharp and very pointed with their gossip, and sharp with their words of hate toward David. Sometimes we may feel that way, that people have some pretty sharp words against us, and we've done no wrong. David hadn't done any wrong to Saul. Saul was just an angry man because David had been given the throne instead of Saul. Saul's throne being taken away for his disobedience, his insurrection, his irreverence. Saul wouldn't obey God. And God said, well, fine, I'll find someone whose heart is more like mine. And for this, Saul is mad at David. And David cries out to God all the time, and really that's what God wants for us. He wants from us. He wants us to cry out to God. And I like verse 9 and the verses that end this psalm. Verse 8 says, Lord, you scoff at them. You laugh at them and you scoff at these nations. You know, I think God laughs when we say these are our plans. When we think we've got it right, we need to be a little careful. But in verse 9, he says that my strength, my strength, I watch for you. O God, you are my fortress, my loving God. And he repeats that at the end of the psalm, verses 16 and 17. I will sing for your strength. In the morning, I will sing of your love, for you are my fortress. And that's how we need to look at God, our stronghold, our fortress, our foundation, our go-to guy all the time. He's my strength, and I will sing praise to you. Oh God, you are my fortress, my loving God. There's a little bit of contrast here. At night, there's snarling dogs. There is danger in the night. But in the morning, there is singing, there's praise. You know, when we wake up in the morning and find that we're alive and our enemies are not there, or they're still there and we're alive, you know, we have reason to give thanks. I think it would be wise for us every morning to give thanks to God for another day, that we might live our day willingly and live our day wanting to please God. You know, things aren't always right in our world. We can't make other people do stuff. Other people do odd things, and evil people do evil things. God is the judge. But all we can do is rely upon Him, because He is faithful and He is loving. And that is what this psalm is telling us, just reminding us. Put your faith in the one who can actually do something. Because legislation won't get it done. Our government is not stable enough to do that, even in a good time, and so on. But God is. Now, whether He will or not, that's another story. I don't know why God does or doesn't do certain things. But in the end, He gives us salvation. In the end, He is our security, our hope, our fortress. Rely on Him. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow on Psalm 60.